Robin Slipshire, are we back?
We are back.
We're back with Bryan Cain-Jackson, right?
Yes, sir. Hello. How's it going?
Good. How you doing, Bryan?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Thanks for having me on. I've been listening off and on.
All right.
Is that good or bad?
I've been laughing my ass off.
Cool, dude. Thank you. Because I always wonder sometimes, like, shit, should I give people our links to check us out, or because.
You know what? I shared it with such a massive, well, not a massive following, but like a massive array of different people. So once I started listening, I said I had to add the comment in Facebook. Parents, please take the kids out of the room.
That's like sometimes, like earlier on when we did the show, I gave my mom a couple of our cards with the links, and she checked us out, and she's like, "You drink too much." That's all she said to me. You drink too much.
I think my mom would be horrified too. That's why I never had her listen.
Yeah, no.
Well, the other half of that though was the other half of me, the sick sense of humor side, wanted to take that link away and just hey, let them.
It's the same thing. Like, if you're ever in like a really fucked up war, you don't tell your mom or your grandmother what you did to people in that war.
This is that war. This is that war.
Our show is that. Right.
This is the
the
atrocities.
That is very true.
Yeah. Bryan, you write for the Huffington Post?
Yes, I'm a blogger, contributor.
Cool, dude. And you do your own podcast. Did you just start the podcast like recently, or have you been doing that?
I just started it in January, and it's not as consistent as I would like it to be at this point. But I'm dipping my feet in the water, so to speak, and it's a lot of fun. And what's really surprising to me is how much everybody in the podcasting world is this tight-knit community.
It really is, dude. I've found that more and more as I've gone on. Like,
it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is. It is cool. I mean, there's a couple like we've had a couple early on too that told us they were gonna like shout us out, and we listened to their show, and it was just a horrible it was like almost insulting, But for the most part, people have been very cool, man.
Yeah, so you're saying that this person said that they were going to shout you out. What they did was they mentioned your show, but then they basically took a hot and steamy one on you.
Yeah, well, it was like they did. You could tell they really didn't check us out, and it was just like
more like, hey, I'm going to get these guys to check our show out.
But by saying we gave you a shout out, like they said, the way they described their show was so poorly done, where the one guy was actually trying to, and the other two were kind of just making fun of the show,
and then we just took an even steamier dump.
Yeah, we came back.
We came back, sprayed molten diarrhea in their faces.
Hey, you know what? Listen, revenge is a dish best served cold.
It's the ancient Klingon proverb.
Yeah. I did.
Hot and steamy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, or steamy. The steamier, the better.
What you do is you capture the hot and steamy, and you liquefy it, and then you freeze it.
Then you flash freeze
and then
it.
as it thaws, it just starts smelling even worse than it did before.
That's exactly what it is. You don't take the lid off of it. You just let the lid kind of vent a little bit, so it spills out like a vapor. I thought about this, gentlemen. This is not the first time. This didn't just come to me.
I love it though. This is like an equation. I love this.
I mean, and then I'm telling you, you probably, I don't know. I haven't thought about this part, but just think about it. If you add some acid or something, some Lysol or something, and you spray a little bit in there, put the cap on it really quick, repeat all of those steps we mentioned earlier, then let it seep out. You have a really effective weapon you can throw from a moving car.
Oh. Pete, you should use this in your presidential campaign.
Oh, I will.
That's what I'm saying. That is very effective. I mean, take those to a bunch of Donald Trump rallies, they'll suddenly realize where they're at. They're like, come to think of it, it's always smelled like this.
Yeah, you might freshen the joint up by doing that.
I would do all the rallies, really. They're all fucking shit.
Oh, can you imagine what Bernie Sanders himself, how he would react to it?
He would just think he like shit his pants.
I wanted to watch Murder, She Wrote.
I wanted to watch Matlock.
I can't believe like he's the guy that's like the top
right?
of the Democrat
How is
side.
he the front runner for the Democrat? I don't get it, dude. Crusty old man.
These kids love him. Man.
So are you mystified? I'm sorry. Are you mystified by Hillary or by Bernie?
I find it odd that he's so popular, but
I hate all of them.
She's got Bill's name, she's got that presidency.
I love how there's a little bit of ID channel murderer in that state. I hate all of them. That's what I heard. I didn't hear just hate. I heard like this needs to be a horror movie with them as the
I'm just saying, okay.
He's planning on putting them in a grinder.
I've been going back to ancient Rome like all day, and like they've had some pretty worthless senators, right? Like there's just pieces of shit,
Okay.
and they're that same slime, that same crust that just like in a civilization just like floats to the top and just like
You gotta cut his mic, I think, Slim.
No, never.
That's it.
Never.
Hey, gentlemen, it's going to overflow here soon.
Yes.
I mean, at the rate that we're creating it these days, just with the presidential election alone, before we only had to contend with the Kardashians. Now we have both of them. We are in a cesspool, folks.
Yes.
We are
we
sinking.
certainly are.
It's a quicksand of shit.
I don't think there's anybody gonna fix anything. I think we're totally fucked. Totally fucked.
I think it's like only a matter of time.
I kind of wish, the only thing I gotta say is like, if Trump gets in, you're gonna see it just crash. Like it's just gonna go out with a bang. So I kind of want to go out like that.
Yeah, that's how I want to go
instead of a
out,
slow fizzle.
Yeah. Because if you get the other guys, it's going to be a slow, painful.
Yeah, I kind of just want to see just explosion.
The other side, they're just going to be like, boom! And they'll all be dead instantly.
Well, that's true.
And I'm down with
that. If a
that.
Republican gets voted into office, we will have a quicker. It'll be a quick fall.
Yeah, and I'm down with. I'm
with
totally down with that.
Democrats, it's kind of a slower descent.
It's a slow.
They want to ease you into it. Exactly.
It's like a slow,
It's almost
depraved,
what
like
they're doing,
rot.
They're preparing you for landing. They're the airline employees preparing you for landing. They want your death to be as comfortably as possible. It should happen very comfortably.
I would,
the oxygen mask.
I would trade comfort for quickness. I really would.
I don't.
That's just
I
the
don't
way I
want
am.
to see it coming for a long time because after a while it's just like, well, fuck, I've been waiting 7 years for this to happen. I don't know.
You're sitting there with that oxygen mask on, and you're like fucking. Like,
You got your flotation device.
Right.
put on your
I don't
mask.
know,
You're ready to
I
cut
think
someone's
a
hand
certain
off.
group of people are hearing that one, right? Certain group of they're going to a different place. It might not even be the conventional two places we know of. They might have one all of their own.
Yeah.
They'll go the same way the shit vapors do from my homemade shit bomb, made simply out of my ladies' jam jars and stuff.
Those, what are they? The ball jars, right? Yeah, you got to buy the 12-pack. Brian, I wanted to ask.
How many there? I mean, I'm telling you, it's like if it's not jars, it's cats. No, I'm kidding.
Brian, I wanted to ask you. I saw you seem to know a lot of actors. Have you done any acting?
I used to do theater, but it was like when I say off Broadway, I mean it was way off.
Way off.
You know, like I'm talking like so far off Broadway, it was like 3 miles from where I am, which is 48 miles from San Francisco. So like, and it does have a name. It's Fairfield, but it might as well not have a name. It's the point that I'm trying to make.
That's like where we are.
I did a little bit in LA, but nothing for where anybody would know who I am. It's just theater.
I checked out the show. Who did you interview? It was a cast of Undateable.
Yeah, it was NBC's Undateable, and that was a lot of fun.
It was cool.
I had never interviewed such a large group of people, and then they were just crazy. I just said, I'm not even going to try to control this.
It was. I listened to a decent amount of it, and like it was cool. Like I love the mistakes when you mispronounce the guy's name. Like I enjoyed that. It was fucking awesome, man. It was really cool.
Thank you.
No problem.
I was I don't know why. I don't know if it was the same way for you, but breaking up and maybe because I come from that theatrical environment where you're funny within a contained kind of setting. And there's very little room for improv in certain plays and a lot in others. But I don't know if it was the same way for you, for where you guys were afraid to leave mistakes in there. Because for me, I was terrified of it.
Earlier, Slim was like that when we started.
Yeah, like when I first started, I would listen to the entire show, and if there was one thing that I said that I didn't like, I would cut it out in a second. Now I just whatever.
That's what I enjoyed about it. It was a little uncomfortable listening to the show that you did, but it was great at the same time, and you went very, very well with it. Like, you didn't seem to be rattled much.
Yeah, it was funny. If you would have saw me, you would have thought the opposite. But, especially the pile beneath me after that.
Yeah.
But, no, I'm kidding. But it was, but you know what, it was cool, especially since I had to remember, they were like doing theater, and I had the first time I ever sat in a sitcom audience actually in my life was to see their show.
Wow!
And I've never seen another sitcom since then. I haven't seen one yet in person to make a reference, but I can already tell you that there are no other sitcom audiences out there like theirs.
Yeah,
theirs are like they kind of have like their fans are like Star Trek fans.
Cool.
And that's and they're pretty intense. I know we're pretty intense.
I'm down with Star Trek.
Yeah, I love the very first season. The original with Shatner and Nimoy, but I'm a real big fan also of the reboots. I really enjoy.
Yeah,
them.
I like the reboot. I like the original, and I like Next Generation.
I couldn't get into Next Generation. I don't know why.
I think I just like Patrick Stewart.
At what point?
He is
at
cool.
What point though? See, I'm with you on the on Next Gen and the original and the reboots.
Voyager was terrible, man. It's
Voyager. I couldn't do. I really could not do it. And it's a shame because it had a talented cast.
Yeah. Well, it's got one of the ladies from Orange Is the New Black in it, actually.
Yeah, that's the captain. That was the captain.
Yeah, she was the captain.
Wow.
That was the captain on that show.
I like
Captain Janeway, I think.
I liked all the Borg episodes, but other than that, I just couldn't it was kind of like I watched it all. I watched the entire thing, but it was kind of torturous.
You did?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's
That's
dedication.
It was torturous. It was here. I'm one of those guys. Like when I read or get into a story, I have to get
the whole way through.
Yeah.
See, I can't. A lot of times I want to get into something I heard is great, like Walking Dead or Breaking Bad, and I didn't get into it from the beginning, and I don't. It's a lot of time to invest to binge watch something.
It really, I agree with you. It really is, and and I'm actually a fan of both of those shows as well, too. Walking Dead and Breaking Bad, and even more Better Call Saul, which is a spinoff and a completely different show.
I heard that's amazing. I've been seeing a lot of great stuff about that.
I've been enjoying that. I've been watching Better Call Saul. It is.
I haven't seen it yet.
Pretty awesome show.
Yeah.
I'm still on Breaking Bad. I'm on season 4, like in the middle.
How many seasons? That's about the middle.
Yeah,
that's
season 5. Yeah.
Same with Sons of Anarchy.
Anybody watching that for the first time all over again, because it's an experience.
Yeah, it's man. There were some episodes that just made me feel down the entire day.
Oh yeah,
really?
Like I go to work and I
feel
feel
amazing how it treats your emotions like it's a fucking light switch. That's what that show does.
It really does. I had to take I had to take like a break from it because I'm a huge Star Wars geek, and like I had to. I ended up watching the Clone Wars series like between it.
Between
just to, like,
that, just
to buffer it because it was. And the Clone Wars series gets fucking dark at the end.
Is that the animated
too.
one?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I remember checking a couple
really,
episodes of that out.
That gets really fucking dark towards the end. Like,
I remember I saw one episode where Luke, I think it was.
No, it's Anakin.
Anakin, yeah, he slaughters like this whole village or something. Like it's really pretty
it's
fucking
fucked
dark.
up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never, you know what, I've never watched any of the Star Wars series. I've seen all the movies, but I haven't seen, and maybe it's probably because I've been more partial to Star Trek, but I haven't even been able to watch. Like, I didn't watch Voyager or Enterprise because I just couldn't do those.
Enterprise.
Normally I have to see a story through to the end, just like you said. But really, in all actuality, I couldn't do it with Voyager. I couldn't do it with Enterprise. I don't know what it was about those shows.
Here's the thing with Enterprise. I liked Enterprise, but they didn't fucking finish it.
Oh, like it was a complete.
Finish it, man. Like they were building up to the Romulan War. All right, remember in the old series with Kirk, you heard about the Romulan Wars? Between Earth?
You heard about it happening like 100 or so years before.
Yeah, well, they were building up to that.
Oh, and they never got to it.
And they didn't. They canceled it before.
Wow.
And I was so pissed
off.
I did
hear other people say that that show was building to something great, but it never got a chance to make it.
It was building. It was. I will definitely say that it was building to something amazing, and it just didn't.
Just didn't get there.
Yeah, it just didn't get it.
So it's just they were kind of taking their last breath at that point because we had been oversaturated with so much product from that franchise.
Yeah.
At that particular point, and even in this space where there was nothing on TV, nothing on the big screen, that really, if I remember correctly, from when Enterprise ended to when the reboot came out, I really think that's only 4 years. 4 years of no new Star Trek at all, and that's not very long.
Yeah.
And then this new movie that's coming out, I saw the preview for it. It looks exactly like what you would expect a director of a Fast and the Furious movie to make.
Oh.
So it kind of just makes me wonder, how original will this be?
I didn't see one. My dad was like, because my dad's like I'm a bigger Star Wars fan, but my dad's a huge Star Trek fan. He was pissed because he didn't see one Klingon in it. Like, he didn't see one
those
Klingon.
original series fans, they love their Klingons. I got tired of the Klingons very fast.
I honestly, they were like my favorite race. Like them and the Borg were my favorite two races in the entire series.
Borg and Q. The Borg and Q for me. I loved Q.
Q was cool too, yeah.
Q was awesome. Yeah, obviously you can't do very much with a character like that though.
There was, what was it? There was Deep Space Nine, which I liked the character Quark, the Ferengi dude. I thought he was a good character, but then like the other characters were just kind of bland, you know.
I agree with you on that. And that was a show that was a hard swallow for me.
Yeah.
That show for the longest time, I could not watch it. I probably didn't watch it until 8 years after it went off the air.
Wow.
And I did. I had a bet with this agent I used to have. I used to have a literary agent, and he bet me because he was a big Star Trek fan as well. And he said, "Listen, go out and find a way to watch Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
And just, give it a try. You got to see it through past the third season now."
Yeah.
And I said, that's a lot of commitment.
Yeah.
That first 2 seasons of that show are trash.
Yeah, the first 2 seasons.
Junk.
But at the end,
but then it gets
amazing.
Gets you,
and then they just stops, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's just every season just continuously built and built and built. I think that was the only Star Trek show that I ever watched that truly had me in suspense, because all the others played it so safe and followed the same format and diagram.
Yeah.
Whereas with Deep Space Nine, you really didn't know what was going to happen.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because they broke those Gene Roddenberry rules.
Yeah, they
specifically
did.
for that show.
Did they?
They definitely did.
That's why it worked. that's why it worked. That's
Nice.
really, honestly, I know a lot of hardcore fans are going, no, never.
Sacrilege.
I'm telling you that, and I think that's why it's the least liked show by your hardcore fans.
Man, I'd say Voyager was the worst. I stand by that.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I really do.
I stand by that statement. Like, it was cool when they did the fucking Borg, but other than that, those Borg episodes, like, it was.
What about the
just
Gorgatron?
trash.
Did they have any?
They never did the Gorgatron.
They never got to the Gorgatron.
And they need to do the Gorgatron because Captain Kirk would fucking kick that Gorgatron.
You think so? The
Captain
Gorgatron.
Kirk would destroy the Gorgatron. He's nothing.
Or Zap Brannigan.
Oh, I do love Zap Brannigan.
Yeah, Zap
He's a
Brannigan.
champ.
He would fuck the Gorgatron.
Let me ask you though, because you said you liked the Borg episodes, and I bought this set with Borg episodes from all the different series, right? And it had the Borg episodes from Voyager on them, so I watched them all. You don't think that the Voyager kind of took, for me, when I saw the Borg on there, it felt like they had reduced them to one of their common aliens of the week. It just seemed like them trying to rescue themselves, and I think it took away some of that fear, because the Borg were so rare. At one point, that it's like when they came around, it was like, oh shit, this is about to be real.
I definitely
felt
think
like they had them on there so often.
I definitely think towards the end, towards the final Borg episodes, they definitely did that. Like, they definitely took they
neutered the fucking Borg.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, they took the thunder away.
They definitely did take the thunder away. I think that they should have done the Borg in the new movies, because they could do it in a way that would,
bring life back into it.
Put the evil back into the Borg, you know what I mean? But
I 20 years ago, it's this 20th anniversary of the best Next Gen movie, which was First Contact, and that featured the Borg.
Yep.
For me, it's been very, very hard after that to see them as having any real strength, because on television they just feel so. It feels like they get a rent-a-Borg for the TV shows. They get rent-a-Borgs at Party City, and on the movies they got the real deal. So it's like, we got to be careful because they might actually assimilate us. But then on the show, it's like they got the ones that they put a couple of prosthetics on a guy in an alley somewhere.
They really should.
And he's still drunk.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how we got Pete.
Well, I got those nanoprobes just surging through my system. I might just assimilate Slim.
What are you? I mean, in your spare time, are you an ottoman?
Well, I have that mode, but I don't use it.
I'm just imagining somebody resting their feet up on your back right now.
We were talking about that earlier.
Resting their
About
dicks
doing
on.
that. No, I was that, and I was also there talking about sitting on him at the beer fest. Oh, Bryan, we have to wrap this up, dude. But where can everybody find you?
BryanTalks.com, and also ITS. It's Bryan Talks on Twitter, and that has all the episodes along with the blog posts and that funny Tilly Cum sketch. I'm not sure if you guys got the clip, but that's one of my favorites.
Yes, I was just gonna say, Slim, definitely play that clip right now. This is coming up from another episode, an upcoming episode, right, Bryan?
Actually, this is from our upcoming episode is still in editing.
Okay.
But this is an interview with Tilly Cum and Katina. They're killer whales at SeaWorld.
I did check this out.
Yeah, they're commenting about just about what they think of us and keeping them in captivity and shit. This is from episode 3.
Awesome. Right. Thank you, Bryan. We'll play this in the break.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on, dude.
All right, anytime. Talk to you soon.
All right, man.
Right, take care, man. Hold on, I gotta find it.
Oh.
Captain Kirk is going to come and save all the killer whales from captivity.
Yes. He should.
The Starship Enterprise.
Right,
yeah, this is a clip from Bryan's show.
Are you catfish?
Hold on a sec.
That sounds like catfish.
Rob and Slim Show.
Hey, this is Rob Anderson.
Rob, can you call us back in about 6 minutes?
All right, will do, man.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Yeah, I was like, that's not Bryan, that's catfish. But yes,
In human terms, that
play,
would make you a
play
serial
this.
killer.
It's very funny.
But
He interviewed the killer whales from SeaWorld.
I just killed
That was so low, though. I don't know.
Oh, is it?
Yay!
Oh, there
How
we
do you
go.
think your peers feel about your actions? Do you think that this gives other killer whales a bad name?
I hope it gives them the freedom to do the same. Humans are the real animals.
Even those trying to save you? Those same people are trying to get you to freedom.
Save me? Freedom? Why? So I can get hunted for my blubber? So I can die from pollution in the sea? Shit. You ought to listen to Katina, human. We don't stand a chance any goddamn way.
I love how it has a southern accent, though.
All right, guys, we're going to break. We'll be back.
Oh, sorry about the Star Trek banner.
Oh, that's fine, man.